My name is Russell Heakin, and my presentation is about discovering my cultural identity in a diverse community. I was adopted by white parents as a black child, and I think that caused me to navigate multiple cultural identities as I was growing up throughout my life, and that helped me experience the world in through different perspectives, like from different cultural aspects and personal aspects. I was raised by my dad here. He was a military officer, and I think because of that, it kind of exposed me to different cultures, not just white and black, because of the time he spent overseas and around the world in general. And I think that really helps kind of define how I understand other people and how I understand myself. So these are some of my experiences as a black child with white parents. When I was 8 years old, a black woman told me that I could not be my father's son because I was black and he was white. And I remember one time in West Virginia when I lived there for a few months, I had a temperature of 104, and when I got taken to the emergency room, they asked for a birth certificate because they didn't believe that I was truly my parents' son. So I feel like this kind of makes me feel like I'm looked at as not only a threat, but also pitied by other people from both races. So currently in my life, there is a figure that's heavily involved with my family. I don't want to say who it is, but I feel like many of the reasons I'm targeted or looked at differently is not only that I'm black, I don't think that's the direct cause, but because I have an interracial family. I also have a friend who is in an interracial family, and I see the same targeting that is on me, on him as well, and I feel it's also because he's in an interracial family. And it makes me want to question if this is something that I'm permanently going to face. While navigating my cultural aspect and my community, I've noticed that a lot of my peers, my black peers and adults, they like to question my identity, like whether I'm truly black or not, and like if I actually am like what I look like. And a lot of my white peers, they see me through like my parents culturally, so they see me as like culturally white rather than black. So I've learned to navigate these microaggressions and misunderstandings by just being myself and keeping authentic to who I truly feel like. I think growing up in a poorer area introduced me to a lot of authentic black culture, and I think that really helped me kind of figure out who I truly am and who I actually want to portray myself as. And I think I would not have really experienced a lot of black culture growing up around white people. Because of this, I feel like I'm more culturally black, but I also feel I can mold into either culture because there's a part of me that is surrounded by a lot of black peers, so I can kind of fit into that vibe. But I also I've been raised by white people, so I know how to like slide into their culture as well because I've been exposed to it growing up. What it means to be me. To be me, it means embracing my heritage, my black heritage, and also being raised by my white family, and learning to adapt into either or culture and to just be myself and not have to put on a mask for this culture and then go back to this culture and put on another mask. Understanding my place in different communities, not just in the black community, but culturally white communities as well. A way that I feel like I connect to my identity and culture is through music. This is Rondo 4K. He's a very popular artist from my town, Richmond, Virginia. And I wouldn't say I really connect to his music, but I feel like it's easier for me to like kind of fit into that vibe because I've kind of been accustomed to culturally black things, such as his music. Another artist I like, his name is Hurricane Wisdom, and I feel like I can relate to his music culturally and just in general a lot more. And I think my taste has definitely changed from like Rondo's music to Hurricane Wisdom's music. I think that's just me maturing as a person. I wouldn't really say that has much to do with culturally, but I definitely relate to both. So, reflecting on everything, I would say that identity is complex and it's something that you have to understand the person. And I think being exposed to diversity builds empathy and understanding so you can relate to this culture or relate to that culture, no matter what culture it is, not just white or black. If you understand the person and understand their identity and their background, you can understand them and you can like show empathy to them. I think in life you generally have to go through challenges, and those challenges can strengthen your self-awareness and your cultural pride. So to like get to where you want to be or get to where you want to go, I feel like you have to go through certain challenges, and that can really help uplift you and navigate things in the future, just in general, not just culturally, but it can help culturally. Okay, so this is just like a chart of cultural identity in general. And for me personally, I would say the things that really kind of stand out to me are race and ethnicity, my age, and language, like how I speak and the slang I use or how I talk to people, how I talk in general. And the rest of these definitely are a big thing in cultural identity, but for me personally, I don't really focus on those because that's just not who I am really. Okay, using my experiences in an interracial family, I think it's a lot easier for me to bridge to different communities. And for example, I would like to be an air traffic controller when I grow up. And I think because I can work anywhere in the world, it'd be a lot easier for me to like kind of dip my toes into the culture and just understand them and also like learn to appreciate and accept them just like they would learn to appreciate and accept me. So that was my presentation. I want to thank you guys for listening, and I guess I would say I encourage people to explore their identity and I guess just embrace who they are, who they want to be, and just be you. I have shown encouragement through my dad because he has been encouraged to learn more about other cultures and identities because of the struggles that we have faced together and the different encounters we've had and the prejudice of us being an interracial family. Thank you for Thank you for listening, and I want to say this is a lifelong exploration for everyone, not just me. And everyone can learn more about themselves every day. Everyone can, embrace themselves, embrace other people, just in general, and just enjoy your culture, enjoy who you are. Don't try to change yourself because other people say you should or you have to. Just stick to who you are.